Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds Murder on Eridanos. And in the last episode, we were heading here to the Purpleberry Orchards, like first and foremost, to kind of get our investigation going. And wouldn't you know it, we got a little bit sidetracked. We were able to start another investigation, trying to find a missing guard, and we did find the guard, very dead, and with a giant slug in his room. But he actually didn't die because of the slug, he died because one of the guards had to kill him in self-defense. And apparently his personality was the complete opposite of that. Now, that was weird enough until we came over here and met Sydney. Sydney with the very disgusting, like, lizard arm sticking out of her neck, along with the very, smiley, love that Joker smile. So, yeah, definitely some creepy stuff going on here in the orchards, but we are finally here. So, let's go ahead and see what's what. Caution, pollination swarms in use in this area. Unauthorized personnel may be killed at their own expense. Now, can we zoom in? Let's get a good look at this area. The only thing that I don't like is the map is kind of hard to use, but we got multiple buildings here. Kind of curious, because it's actually a relatively small area.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Me get sidetracked in a video game? Never. But Arthur has already found something. I assume it's this body right here? No? Aha!
These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Let's examine the footprint depth and spacing. The spacing between each footstep is short and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry. The tracks hesitate, partially turning in one spot as if Helen paused to look behind her. She may have feared she was being followed.
You can tell a lot about an animal by its tracks.
Oh, thank you, Nyoka. Well, Helen was in a hurry, and she thought she was being followed.
Oh, shit. You're right. She turned here like she was looking over her shoulder. I'm impressed, Cap.
I'm impressed Nyoka had her own analysis of the situation. That was a good call to bring her along. Okay, we've got Effusive Host. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. So I guess we better stop the Exterminator Automechs. Let's go ahead and do the side quest first. Looks like we got things to do all over here. Oh god, there's someone else we can talk to. Are you going to have an... Oh god, there's something. You got a thing.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
You know, when your folks warn you your face will freeze like that, you aren't supposed to take it seriously.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
Happiness is mandatory. Well, that's not creepy at all.
I am so glad you agree. At Rizzo's, we encourage our employees to view customers in the same way they would a board-approved social acquaintance. Which means it is my pleasure to spend time with you even when I am not being paid to do so. Isn't that nice? I certainly think so. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
I got a ticket tour or a tour ticket already, but you go ahead and tell me more about the orchards there.
An excellent decision you most certainly won't have cause to regret. Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purpleberry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our waspitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike.
So what exactly are you? You a groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
Morning clock in last Sunday? So you don't find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some waspitos on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Groundskeeper got Macaulay Culkin'd. Oh, wait, no. We're not glossing over this missing groundskeeper. No one knows what happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
Hey, some dude, how's it going? And what was that about mosquitoes and pollination again?
Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all waspitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Some dude, thank you very much for contributing those 2,000 grid coins to boost the stream. Well, I think I've heard enough about the orchards.
Gosh and goody gumdrops, but I could talk about the orchards till my lips fell off. Instead, let's talk about whatever interests you, because that's what interests me, too.
Do you know if Halcyon Helen came through here by any chance?
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
And I have a theory about that. There was something that I missed, a detail in one of the loading screens. Hopefully we'll be able to see it during this stream. Well, Helen was the spokeswoman for the Spectrum Browns ad campaign.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say.
Some dude
All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
Some dude, thank you so much for those 20,000 grid coins for a $5 extra life donation. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. Remember guys, all bit subs, ad revenue, anything that's earned here on Twitch goes to help out the kids via Extra Life. Alright, get this going real quick. While he just stares into my soul. Why isn't he blinking? He isn't blinking. That's the... I was noticing that. Should be good here. Oh, actually, let me... I'm kind of curious what all of his mannerisms are if you just kind of leave it. Just like creepy. Alright, we should be good now. Should get a Dancing Vader anytime now. Mass Effect Andromeda's facial expressions. Well, you seen any murder weapons lying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloodied blunt force object?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes?
Wait, can we go back?
She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Hey. But what about the bloody shears? I'm so confused. Deadly pollinization mosquitoes?
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting edge when a of course, the very... So
Already
you
got
best
this.
steer...
I think I've heard enough, thanks.
Of course.
So, if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
That's right, actually. I'm Inspector Wretch. I'm here to inspect the health and safety of your crops.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector?
The overseer and orchardist already told me all about Rizzo's relationship with Slug.
Did he now? Well, that sounds about right. He has been mightily outspoken in his disdain for Slug in recent months. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments, our employees are much more productive. No need for unsightly intimidation tactics.
And, what exactly is this, medical treatment exactly?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Trade secrets and all that. You understand, I'm sure.
I think I've heard enough, thank you.
I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers. And I like anything Rizzo's likes.
Or else.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Waspitos tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
He looks so normal until you get into the dialogue options. Hey,
Timeline
Kath.
discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
We got some range here with this thing, thanks to the helmet.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Well, we're gonna follow these breadcrumbs. I like the fact that you guys said in chat, we got sidetracked in the last stream, and now we're literally finding tracks.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hi?
This reeks of
Incoming,
unhappy.
Captain!
Oh, okay, well, this is happening.
I'm not gonna.
Holy crap.
I just wanted to make you smile!
Don't mess with us.
Make you smile.
Okay. Spectrum vodka yellow. Standard troop. Okay. So, we're gonna have to deal with these things.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Be careful in case.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
And this is the hedge maze, I would take it. No, this is the conservatory. And this is just another one of the sublight. Oh, sublight thugs.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I am delighted, but
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
she went through here.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed Cysty Pig waste products. From nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Do I need to shoot you? Oh, you do not have a slug in your neck.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
You were right the first time. I returned from beyond the grave to accept. Well, you were right the first time, darling. I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Believe me, I considered it.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Oh, Kath, by the way, before you jumped in, you would have loved it when we first found those tracks. We were able to kind of discern details about them, and Nyoka was like pitching in her opinion on stuff. So definitely a good choice bringing her. You're a botanist, right? What exactly do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
You're definitely a corporate scientist. I'll take your word for it.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
You by any chance know a Pamela Isley by any chance? Never mind. Wrong game. Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
Goodbye. So why did she come running through here, though?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Yeah, Nyoka does look badass in her armor. Definitely no one you'd want to, cross. Well, I guess we need to go ahead and...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Might as well keep on.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Frenzied host. Yeah, it looks like Helen... Yeah.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
We got something else over there, too.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Why are you called a rupturing host? I don't know. I don't like it. Probably should have seen it, looked and see if there was anyone else in here before we just suddenly started. Oh. Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purpleberry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumble upon the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me. I'm asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go. As soon as you read this. You'll know where to meet me. Night, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. B. Interesting. And that's when she did the whole study in Scarlet thing and started and drew out the letter B for us. Well, we're definitely going to explore the rest of the orchards, but Helen's footprints are definitely taking precedence here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh, there's a cave.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Watch out!
What? Oh, hi.
I just wanted to go.
Nice one! I just want to be your friend!
Libations on me, folks.
That ain't good. Is this how you behave around people who want to be friends? Oh, that explains some things. Parasite jelly? They need you at the border, Kath. Just say, hi! Alright, looks like that's... Okay, that's one of the areas we need to go for the mini quest. Looks like Helen went that direction. Let's go ahead and take care of this while we're in the... Hack. Oh, we've got hacking skills enough for this. Exterminator Automech Terminal Access Card. The Orchard Sowing and Reaping Facility. Office of the Keeper of the Grounds. Terminal Access. Welcome User Keeper 03. Recall Exterminator Automechs. Access user logs. Last user, Summers Anna. Occupation intern. Activity, Exterminator Automechanical Target Setting Reset. Success. User recording. Finally, you darn thing. Now how do I... Exterminator Automechanical Target Priority. Sparts. Failed. Invalid parameter. Come on now, work for me here. Primeals. Failed. Invalid parameter. Expletive deleted. Detected. Deleted. This thing. I'll figure this out later. Activity, no target priority set in 10 minutes, auto defaulting to all. Oh, so the automechs are actually are targeting all of us. Oh, the new fertilizer import from Edgewater is working wonders. Yields are up by 0.003%. 2 bits will automatically be deducted from user Keeper03's wages for each viewed entry. Got a call from my boss telling me I was up for a promotion. Fucker always hated me, so I knew there was a catch. I was right. This new job makes me miss the law-forsaken nanner-peeling picker line. I never signed up to deal with gigantic swarms of killer insects. This place is a bad joke, and it ain't all that well told. Now the execs are telling me I've got to come in for some kind of medical treatment. Reckon it'd be safer to take a dive off the deep side of this floating planetoid. Won't be anything good, whatever's waiting for me. And Jacob was the guy that we talked to with the lovely smile. Didn't the lady we part? Yes, the fertilizer recipe. This is from the first one, the first keeper. 2 bits deducted from user wages. Opening log. I've always dreamed of living on Eridanos, but the science type always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere. Blah blah blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position, and they're stuck on Terra too. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. The whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollination cycles. Aside from that, you're just keeping the local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job, so here I am. Seeing her body once they got the waspitos to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Maybe I grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs thinks I've left or died or something. Thought about the purpleberry puzzle hedges, but I've seen a lot of people go in and not a lot of people come out. No clue why might be lurking in there. I wish we'd stayed on Terra too. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I'd never seen before standing out front. He had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said he was either a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I'd seen a con man tried to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Well, hardly needs saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again. Interesting. Thank you for that lurk, some dude. Alright, we stopped the exterminators. Ding! I'm not sure what that is, Worldly. Alright, so skills for right now, guys. I want to throw everything into hacking. Is it just a fear of bugs? Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, crap. Ellie and Nyoka leveled up too. Okay. What do we give them? We've maxed out their tiers. Shots from Ellie's ability ricochet to a second nearby ability. Emergency inhaler and inhale. Okay, we're just gonna take all of her normals. Get those out of the way. And Nyoka. When Nyoka is in a party, you gain increased experience from discovering new locations. That was an easy decision. Oh lord. Hi guys. Time to go home. I'm really glad I didn't have to fight all of you. Okay, we're back on the trail.
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Got some there, some there. Good lord, she was all over the place, wasn't she? Oh lord, hi, drunk Ravager.
Timeline discrepancy.
Thank you, ladies. Oh, there's friends. They have friends. Rock. Big rock.
This one's mine.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
You good? Ah. Chronophobia. After being hit one too many times in TDD, you're no longer comfortable with under that effect. Oh god, no. Lovely. Alright, we will check. Ooh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
We have followed Helen's trail. Search the picnic for clues. Oh. Okay. Which part was that? We know we need to go here and search for clues, so I am actually going to come back to this.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
What's over here? That's sapling?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide on purpleberry saplings, is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Discrepancy amplifier? Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the Purpleberry Orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
How you doing, Shift? Okay. Well, we're making progress of a sort. Oh. You know what? I gotta go to the old ways.
Here we go.
Don't mess with us.
We're going back to wielding the vermin, guys. The old ways are the best. Okay, it's an exterminator automech, but are they hostile? Question the Rizzo's intern. You found some evidence pointing to Anna Summers, an intern working at the orchards, so we need to find her. The last person who used the exterminator auto tech. All right. Nursery storage. There's a lot of moving pieces here. Okay, cool. These things aren't going to try and kill us. I am pleased. Okay, these are the pollinization swarms. I think we're going to stay out of there for right now. Do we need to talk about my ammo count? It looks good to me.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh.
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Let's perform a chemical analysis before we decide to taste said residue.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
Delicious.
Please stop tasting things, Captain.
It's super sugary, with a sweet tang of purpleberry and a bunch of other tropical flavors all mixed together. It meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. Looks like several of the electrical panels were removed, then fastened back into place. Poorly. Alrighty. It was a sugary investigation. All right. We need to question the Rizzo's intern before we talk to DeWitt again. We have... more effusive hosts, which makes me believe that Helen ran through here, but that might not be the case.
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door,
Ooh.
the sleek roof and glittering piping, the lush walls keeping this gem hidden from the rest of the orchard.
Ooh.
This warehouse is truly, truly a wonder. One can only guess at the secrets contained within.
Well, that's just far too enticing. Nursery storage. I'm hearing growling. It's never a good sign. Let's check the perimeter. A place we can't go into as of yet. Deck check. Looked fine.
I'll keep it down.
I think our sneak is too high. Let's go ahead and have a chat.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
About as good as any other slogan.
That was completely splendid, and you didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
So, anytime I see the Rizzo's uniform and I see that plug right there, it makes me uneasy because it reminds me of the heart plugs from the Dune movie, which was a creation of the David Lynch film, but still, it just kind of goes, ugh, when I think about it. Don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
So how exactly did you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
I'm looking forward to that movie shift, like hardcore. So why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Well, you know helping folks is dangerous, right? Board doesn't like people who mess with the status quo.
Mother did mention that from time to time, but she always kept me far away from her work. Who could complain about happier workers and higher profit gains?
Well, I take it you don't intend to stay an intern.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
I think I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Equality in space! So you see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
So you're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the canids of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
Fetch the oils! And what about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
I guess that's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you, Anna?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Can you remind me how this is an example of you not screwing up?
Hey, that was one honest mistake. One! And considering the fact that mosquitoes have a tendency to kill people, I think I learned my lesson. As did the rest of Rizzo's. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what exactly happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Seems a bunch of our exterminator automechs were on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
Well, bots were shooting anything larger than a wasp mosquito. Must not have recalibrated the targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up.
I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
And I also found a strange substance on the processing console. That have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I doubt it. I've used that exact same line.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster. Laws alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
What do you guys think? Yeah, the ultimate parent response. Maybe. We'll see.
I guess I'm not sure what more to say. I suppose I just hope you'll make the right decision. If not for me, then for the rest of the Rizzo's workers.
Welcome to Purpleberry Orchard Storage Building, the Swedish storage building this side of Eridanos. Please do not attempt to lick any part of the storage building. Most components contain at least 40% cyanide. Current inventory, Gardener Auto Mechanical, 23 or so. Status speed up. Wasp mosquitoes keep stinging these, breaking their stingers and dying. Should probably keep them separate. Mock apples and purple berries, a heck of a lot, hard to count. Do we really gotta number every single fruit? We got more than enough. Wasp mosquito, a couple of 100 hives, real grumpy, don't get stung by these. Item Spectrum vodka, all colors. Mount 1 left, 1 shipment to the purple puzzle hedges, 1 to the nut hut. Swing by the nut hut with some of my savings later today. It's been a long week. The purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the auto mechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting, but since I had that treatment, all I felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a life changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Gotcha a couple of times peering at me from behind hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka we can share, and a chapter of the brand new Halcyon Helen cereal. Knew you never liked that, so I never liked that I got advanced copies. Come on by, Jacob. I've never looked happier. Yarborough. I must admit that when your old superior described you as misanthropic, law-damned, redacted, I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along well with the wasp mosquitoes, or at least they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward. One-time 15-minute break, to be taken at your discretion. Well done, Yarborough. Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway. From H. Carlos to J. Yarborough, hypotheticals. So, Jacob, got a quick rhetorical question for you. Let's say rhetorically that one of the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Let's say he theoretically released our primals, and those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up could cost me my job, theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on these primals, and these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of the law, send me a message. Master Carlos. Love it. So this is just the way out, I think. Wait, we need to see. Is this just the exit? Okay, yes, that is just the exit. So we have only seen 2 of these folks with the neck slugs that haven't tried to outright kill us. So that is fairly interesting. Let's go ahead and... Is this the way... Hi.
Go.
They go.
Oh, Vermin, I've missed you.
That's the last of them.
I've missed you terribly. Worker Break Shack discovered. Is where they take that vaunted 13-minute or 15-minute break. Oh, here's this in Queen Chapter 2. Halcyon Helen encounters the Slugmen. Having fought their way past the numerous bandit ambushes and hostile automechanicals, Halcyon Helen and Olympus Opal have found themselves at the gates of the dissident hideout. You're a fine partner, easily better than my last, said Helen, but I dare say these fiends outrank your typical... I think we may have read this one. Yep, we did. Wonder where the fur... Oh. Yeah. Make sure we hand that off to someone we don't like. Oh, hello.
We're all family here. Rizzo's takes care of its own.
I just stole toilet beans. For what purpose? I couldn't tell you. But they were there, and they needed to be stole. It'll alert me if I'm close to something. Okay, that's the way out. You're not done yet here. Search the picnic and track down the prophet of profitability, who is in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve, which we cannot go to yet. Let's go ahead and check the picnic. It is very nice, I will say, to be over here and actually getting to explore the orchards. Oh, there's the RR&DD labs, along with parasite spawnlings. What's been my favorite planet in the game so far? Oh, man. I really liked Gorgon. Gorgon had an awesome look to it. I'd have to say. Good story, too. You know what I'm going to do? I need to... Let's go ahead and unequip. And unequip. We're just going to go back... to using the good old Vermin 2. And... where'd it go? Alright. Armor Platinum. Oh, we got some storms out there in the distance. That's kind of cool. Metro Rockets. Vodka Black. Red. This is a key card for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Lab. If you are reading this warning anywhere other than the RR&DD Labs, please return it to the RR&DD Labs for an only moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Well, I guess that is our next stop, and I'm pretty sure we'll have to head into the maze here eventually. Uh-oh. No! We are burdened! And there's so many more things to loot. The pile driver. Oh, okay, hold on. We gotta take a look at the pile driver. 410 knockout, perfect for bashing rocks and skulls. Nyoka, what's your melee weapon? Supper time? That's appropriate for you. Ellie, what's yours? The shock and awe? Is the pile driver a one-hander or a two-hander? It's a two-hander. I don't know. I'm glad we went and checked in here. What we need to find is just a vending machine. It's a long trek back to the nut hut. Let's head over here and see if we can find a vending machine. Another orchard worker. They all look exactly the same. Which I'm not fond of. Groundskeeper's shack.
Going silent.
Oh. If you're too incompetent to loot, to break into it, you don't get in trouble for it. Chapter 1 continued. I'll go ahead and let you guys read this if you feel so inclined, just because we're really out of order with these stories. Typhon Tid, or Tim. Purpleberry Crunch, ready to eat. Purpleberry juice. The purpleberries taste like purpleberries. Do we have any toilet beans? Nope. What a jip. All right, we got... Got brain slugs.
Burning fire!
Nice one!
Terrifying.
Real funny! Giving me the chuckles you are!
Nothing like a good tussle.
What are we getting? Acid all over the place. Oh, look at that. It got the little arms coming out of everywhere. I mean everywhere. That's not nice. Okay, there's the RR and DD labs. Let's see what's up here. We may actually see if we can just very slowly head toward the baby worm butts. Yeah, they are. It's a bit unnerving, isn't it? I mean, when a lot of people bring up, like, Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, other than, you know, William Shatner yelling Khan, if you ask people, like, name one other thing from that movie that's memorable, most people will say the earworms. It just, when you deal with bugs and stuff like that, it's just bad business. Hey, Bart, what's going on, boss? Welcome to the stream. We are playing some Outer Worlds right now. How's your day? Just cleaning out the earworms? Yeah. You need some powerful Q-tips for that. I guess in Star Trek you would use Q-tips. Please, vending machine. So much ammo. See, I'm kind of curious. I want to check around these buildings because I'm wondering if we're going to find any... No, we can't. The shield dropping was memorable too, yes. Raise them! I can't! Oh, okay. There's a transition here. So this is actually like a dungeon kind of thing. Yeah, we have to slowly travel. There's some other buildings we need to look at too, anyway. It's alright. It's all part of the process. See all these corpses on the way. So I guess these are maybe generators. Or they may be powering the boosters that are that's keeping this place afloat. Got another dock right there too. Yeah, it's really good, Bart. Like, once you find a build that you're comfortable with, it's a lot of fun. I remember I played this and during an Extra Life Game Day stream, like late at night, I played it for about 6 hours, really enjoyed it, but then didn't touch it again until like later on the next year, and I'm really glad I did because like this is the last storyline based DLC. Peril on Gorgon was before, and now Murder on Eridanos, and I think they are done coming out with content for this. So slow. It's alright, you can make it, partner. We're almost to the Nut Hut. We go talk to our very smiley vendor. Step by step, inch by inch. And of course I've got to go ahead and sell the stuff to you.
Thanks for visiting Rizzo's Purpleberry Orchards, where insects and workers alike are always busy bees.
You're waiting.
Now I'd love to get you something, maybe a couple somethings. Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
Evil Genius 2? Yeah. Okay, for the love of God, let's go ahead and sell all of our crap. Let's make sure we do not sell any of our custom items. Or not custom items, but our... Alright, that'll definitely free up some space for us. We got a lot of armor to sell as well. Ooh, nice goggles. Space Aviator glasses. Spacer's goggles. Great for protecting your eyes, not your head. Hack +5. I think we will keep that for right now. Oh. Because that's going to pay some dividends later. It's Parvati's welder's goggles, since we've got her doing things. Sell the junk. Let's go ahead and can we repair everything? Last, we don't want to sell any booze as per normal. This is all going to the collection. I like to think like once we're done with this, we'll have like a collection of all the vodka flavors on the ship. That would be amazing. Aptodon, meat, cosmic smoke, vodka. And salt tuna. Purpleberry punt, that's not alcoholic. I figured you'd get really tired of the purpleberry after a while, but not that you could really say anything. Milk. Okay, almost good. Nope, we sold the toilet beans, people. There we are. We must getting bow-legged under that weight. Yep. Now we got a pep in our step. I'd like to think it's because we got rid of the toilet beans. Now let's go ahead and start hoarding once again. We'll work our way back to the RD&D, but we should go ahead and check underneath all of these things and see if there are surprises. Purpleberry liqueur. Feel like taking a scenic drop, which I do not. Do we need to conclude our sabotage investigation? I want to wait until we leave. Just in case we discover anything else. Oh lord, I thought I was sliding down. I was like, well, we've had a nice life. Come on, you can climb. Climb, climb. Wait a minute, there was another dock there, though. We can go over here. Did we? No? Dissident Queen Chapter 2. There's more brain slugs. Yeah, it looks pretty looted. My business is done. Now let's check in here. We'll check these things here, and then we'll head into the RR and DD. Oh, yeah, this is where we found the note from B. I think we're good. That disarming cotton candy shade, man. I think I played Outer Worlds during my very first Extra Life game day on Twitch. That was, Lord, 2018. Did this game come out in 2018 or 2019, though? It may have been the year after. Time has passed. Many moons. Hey, Two Hands, how you doing, boss? Welcome. I kind of would want to play this game over again on the... It was 2019, okay, it was the year before. Play this on PS5 just so I didn't have to deal with the loading times.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
You played Outer Worlds for Extra Life Game Day Marathon 2 years ago. It was fun, it's where I discovered it. I just like the space western motif. So Dr. Blossom here probably thinks that we are infected by whatever the thing is. The brain slugs. Name Miss Ruth Bellamy, Halcyon Helen lab tour. Name Administrator Ludovico, product presentation. Cleanup request. Hello, I'm sorry I hadn't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. Thank you. What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is about? Better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes or people are going to start losing jobs. Ooh, bits.
They'll never see us.
Oh, and there was a freaking... Ugh.
It's not worth it, buddy.
Boo. Before Rizzo's was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today, it was an above-average chemical waste management corporation. On one otherwise unremarkable day, an employee on the slurry-stirring shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a single purpleberry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for his hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor: retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for the purpleberry, and accidentally swallowed it, and thus began his life of crime in Gotham City. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purpleberry hadn't been half bad before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon, the sour, sweet-coated purpleberries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purpleberry Bunch. There is no life I know. Oh, you look interesting.
Hi, did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
Lie 105? Holy crap. Surprise inspection. I'll need a walkthrough of the facility and access to your computronic systems.
Oh, please. Do I look like some simpleton groundskeeper to you? You do know I possess one of the highest IQs in all of Eridanos.
Oh. That why you're working in a rundown abandoned lab?
Okay, Rungleach, you got me there. But it's not run down. It's merely, under a state of duress due to an outbreak of pandemonium at the moment. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
And there isn't anything you can do to help them?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Which means we're going down to the lower levels of the lab. So what exactly goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Oh, we don't have... Wait, I thought we had 105 persuade before... Oh, no. No, we didn't. Boo. Oh, come on. Your secret's safe with me.
Call me a skeptic, but no, I don't believe it would be. Loose lips sink new product ships, you know?
Well, forget I mentioned it then.
Happily, of course.
I didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not.
Science.
We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Even I think that's pretty cold, and I'm a mercenary.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
Well, I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Lovely. Deal with the frenzied Rizzo's employees. Greetings, employees and lab staff. Find helpful memorandums and news here. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. Thank you for your understanding. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are all heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this lighting on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers, from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I am increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Dr. Blossom. Where is Vito and Doc? Yeah. There's all kinds of weird science are going on here. They are nowhere to be had. Nowhere to be found. Well, I guess we're going to take the stealthy approach and try and knock all these guys out. Maybe? Do we have a map? Okie dokie. Wait. Terminal in the utility room, eh? Easy. Don't think that's the utility room. That looks like the mess hall. There is something there, though. Nope, this is the locker room. Ba 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 ba. You're gonna be sedated. 24 hours ago, you should have been sedated. If I can, I'm gonna shoot you. Then you'll be... I lost it. I like the Ramones. If you couldn't tell. One of the first times we've actually gone full stealth. Oh Lord. Oh, it's supposed to be the supply thing that they were talking about. Okay, you guys stay there. Sulfur Soaked Top Hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phazon of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and a further example of why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit. They won't let me take the hat. I feel gypped and my day is ruined. Oh well. I guess that could be the area. Just doing our best not to be seen at this rate. Is barred. Oh Lord. Now, are you guys gonna patrol? Or what are you guys gonna do? That can't be the utility room. And it has to be around here. There's no way we can do that without killing them. Oh God. Brain slugs. You hate them, right? Oh, we got the workbench. That's nice. Not the utility room, though. I'm trying to be the nice guy here. You know what this is, right?
If it weren't for the random explosive canisters everywhere, I'd almost call this cozy.
Yeah, I see what you're wanting me to do. I just had to sneak through everything I could kill. You having a laugh?
Imagine making that much of the stuff and it still tastes bad.
Please tell me that's where we need to go. Woo! Utility terminal. Welcome, employee. Let's go ahead and read this stuff before we decide to do it. That's some good stealthing. Utility terminal. Welcome, insert name. We're happy to have you as the new mechanic/custodian at insert location. It is your responsibility to ensure your location of employment is tidy and works like a charm. Your duties include, but are not limited to, cleaning of all services, regular maintenance of all machinery, restocking employee break areas, maintenance of all electronic systems, keeping inventory of the location's operational item reserves, voluntary assistance of the lab's research as needed, and maintaining thorough documentation of your possible successor. We know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry. Your predecessor has kept thorough documentation for your needs that you can find on this terminal. We hope you're excited to begin this most fulfilling career, and remember, whoa, 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 it's Rizzo's. Training file corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. First day. Gotten 17 requests from the lab workers that I had to respond to, and also managed to find time to sweep, mop, and buff this whole place. I was hoping that the employee how-to document would help with some of these machines that I've never seen before in my life, but guess what? The asshole left it completely blank. I got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas lines to some canisters that are mixed with a heavy sedative for dispersal in the lower labs. Luckily, I've got enough experience cleaning all the muck that builds up at the vents to get it all done in a couple of days. Still, I wonder what they're needing this for. I think they took the last of the Raptidons out of the lab last week. I guess the pheromone flavoring results weren't as promising as they'd hoped. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. I get to be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavor. I'm into the lab right after I fix the clog in the showers. So exciting. And that's probably how it all happened.
It would seem the erratic footsteps of my pacing delirious employees have ceased. So I presume the sedative worked. Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
Capital to who? Oh, it even took out the brain slugs. Well, waste not, want not, right? Ooh. It appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. A couple of the more intelligent notes. Rockwell, visit to do. Confiscate badges, done. Reprint badges, pending. Change maintenance locks, pending new locks. Order new locks, done. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Update docking authority with new lockdown procedure. Intake bet, over under weekly. Bottles 5, 6, 21, weapons 4. That was very Knights of the Old Republic, that you're able to use the computer console and knock everyone out so you don't have to do much fighting. It's good stuff. We had to stealth our way through the entire level to do it, but... Crap. I'm glad we haven't had to do any hacking or anything, so Nyoka and Ellie still have been very useful to us. Few lab notes. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The zero-calorie sweetener produces 36% of the amount of dopamine compared to popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as a tobacco product. We're already towing the line as is. I'm interested in a trial with a larger set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing lab, show them a thing or two about regarding proper science. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products and we're losing 2 more researchers? Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than Adrenatime. Dr. Blossom, I apologize for our team's outburst at the product presentation. I assure you, we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, there aren't even real scientists. I am sending this message to both teams in the marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projection Spectrum Brown shows, we'd all be out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. Dr. Blossom. And there's the thing about the what's going on. So across the hall, huh? Wait a minute, what's up here? Ooh. What? Oh, is that where Blossom is? Hey, it's OJ. Piston. We might as well grab all the stuff that we can while we're here. Let's go ahead and finish inspecting the bottom floor, and we'll head up here and see what's what. They do like to pack a lot of lore into these games, which I am very thankful. Oh yeah, the marketing. Lewis, if I may say so, your marketing people are crazy. Me and the other engineers are going to want 100 bits extra each to keep quiet about this. Anyway, the beds are hooked up with the equipment you requested. Should work fine, sensing those poor product bastards are in REM sleep. Once they are, the Spectrum Brown slogan plays on repeat at 1/4 of a decibel with that recording of people being torn apart by canids on a loop in the background. Extreme morbid curiosity bids that I ask how exactly you procured a recording of so realistic a nature. Self-preservation, however, outpaces that. Just pay me so I can destroy my memories of this interaction with ample application of Spectrum. Nobody of consequence. Well, of course they would have wine here. I'm glad that none of them are waking up. That would be unpleasant to the extreme. Welcome, Matt. All right. I know we do have that other console, and I will check that out. Usually we'd be able to read that. Everything here. We had another... Ah, here we are. Team, don't drink the coffee. I told Blossom we weren't crazy. Every single one of us began to have clinical insomnia, and she tells us it's because we drink too much coffee? Well, it is because of the coffee, or more so what's in the coffee. I had the janitor swap out the coffee grinds an hour later than usual this morning, and what do you know? I've been asleep all day. Those jerks in product have been messing with our supply. Don't ask me how, I just know it. They think they're so smart because they know how molecules work. Well, they aren't the only ones that can create a chemical dependency. I've got a Pavlovian prank in place for the Spectrum Brown presentation, and it'll cause quite the show. So they caused the little reaction at the presentation. Dr. Blossom, we're thrilled to hear the news that Rizzo secured Halcyon Helen as a spokesperson for the new Spectrum product. Our data shows she has favorable dispositions in many key categories, including the coveted 18 to 34 regularly employed existential crisis demographic. We'd be happy to show her some of our product advertisement ideas. And then both teams, and what's going on. Story of the Hope. And there's the slugs. Our discovery. Finally finished our first set of experiments on those parasites we harvested from the infected would-be attraction animals, and the results have been... The hell am I doing? Why am I taking this tone? Who's going to see this aside from members of the research team? I barely need mention how beyond completely phenomenal today's find has been. Not only have we discovered why Harold, the system's saddest teacup canid, had his remarkable turnaround. Frankly, I'm amazed no one realized something was awry earlier. His cage was only about as large as he was. By the way, Myers, there goes your daily adreno injections theory, you buffoon. But we've also found something that will find me to a vice presidential position in no time. Remind me to devote a bench commemorating the Rizzo semi-industrial exploration team for giving their lives to bring back the iridium gaseous from the holy caves. Also be certain to devote an even larger bench to myself for finding the birth site of the parasites and ordering experiments to start. I've already been in talks with management about ideas for products that could utilize the parasites' joy-intensifying hormones. It's amazing that Slug hasn't even looked deeper into this. We have had to cede them the land, but seemingly they haven't disturbed our research site. Well, their oversight is Rizzo's immense benefit. Great job, me. Dr. Blossom. I'm sure some of you are still shaken by the events earlier today, but the course of science never did run smooth. The benefits of our research are easily worth the potential risk associated. Garcia would most certainly agree, if she were still alive. I've talked to Administrator Ludovico about setting up some additional security measures in case of another test subject breach. In the meantime, for the love of the architect, do not infect an individual test subject with more than one parasite. The frenetic joy will have to be enough, at least for now. I'm still looking into promotional means, but I think we'll find something soon. Some Rizzo's product engineers have discussed mass-producing the parasites and placing them in some kind of beverage to evenly distribute the joy-inducing hormones. Things still seem very promising. I look forward to the day when I can leave this backwater facility behind. Dr. Blossom. And that kind of confirms that they are putting these parasites in the Spectrum Brown. Which makes me really glad that we didn't drink those. But in the loading screen where we see Helen and she has the brown, if you look in the bottle, you can actually see the slugs. I noticed that when I was loading up the game before starting the recording today. So, yeah, the typical corporate, nonsense, as we've seen before. Blossom demanded we help the engineering team produce a gas that would target the neural links of individuals infected by Eridanium gigaseus. Well, we did, and it was simple enough. Just isolate a particular cell type only found in the parasites and produced an enzyme that should shock them temporarily into stasis. You better believe the second it came time to tell the administrator about it, she was the one who developed the gas, and she was the one who'd been primarily working with engineering to get everything together. She takes credit for the initial finding, and even after Dr. Garcia's death, which was basically all Dr. Blossom's fault, she still somehow manages to find a way to spin things in her favor. Some of the other researchers were talking about altering the gas not to target test subjects, but to target her, and for it not to render its target unconscious, but dead. I wouldn't write this down, but I know Dr. Blossom doesn't read log entries that she didn't write. Tell ya, their ideas are beginning to seem more and more appealing. At your earliest convenience, the Slug Lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. There are 2 bodies at present in the RR and DD labs, 1 scientist and 1 test subject. Send a team to move the personnel corpse to the incinerator. After this, please send a hazard team to dispose of the test subject. For highly classified reasons, the corpse can emit certain chemical compounds that are extremely dangerous if mishandled. Please don't skip on the protective gear. We'd hate to have to hire a separate utility team to pick up the bodies of yours. Good day. Lore, 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 lore. So much lore you could take off its makeup and call it Brent Spiner. Okay. I definitely want to check out where the incinerations happened. I like that one. I won't apologize for that one. Wait, Brent Spiner played lore? Alright, there was the Slug Lab. Where were the bodies being burned? We weren't really paying attention to where things were specifically because we were sneaking by. And then we came in here. We didn't loot anything. Dr. Blossom's probably wondering why we're taking so much time. Of course we're not actually, you know, looting anything. That'd be unprofessional given our arrangement. I like that the main scientists have their own little office, though. Some good architectural design in as far as the game goes. Okay, went through there. This was okay. This is the kitchen. Good thing Will Wheaton didn't have to roll any dice in Star Trek. You are absolutely right. I used to love watching Tabletop when it first came out on YouTube and seeing his war against the dice. You always look around because some new epic weapon or something could just be up on a shelf somewhere and you wouldn't know otherwise. G canister. Oh. You'll never know when you'll find toilet beans. That's right. Serious business, the toilet beans. Okay. Ugh. Been cutting the slugs out of them, it seems. And Adrena time. Yeah. That new flavor of jelly bean? No. We wish. We wish. Alright, I think that's everything from here. We already went in here and grabbed everything. We can't grab the hat, which is upsetting to the extreme. Go talk to Dr. Blossom again. Wait, the upper floor. Crap. Wait, wait. I take that back. We're gonna go use the stairs. Maybe we can surprise her.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you are?
We better hurry, Captain.
Yeah.
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
I mean, I'm not tore up about it. I ain't gonna lie. What a twist. Oh man, they killed all of them.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay, I hear you, Arthur. Give me a second. I'm looking around. Looking at all the other places they could have come from. I'm upset, not because we didn't get information, but because I wanted to shoot him.
It's not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is... Phew. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous Slug Research Report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
He ever stopped wearing that damn toupee? Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Alrighty.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Thank you, Arthur. You're sure you heard gunshots earlier, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. The cause of death is not by bullet wound as you expected, rather the body is riddled all over with small, thin puncture marks, no larger than a needle in diameter each. Although you distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, you're not seeing any bullet casings.
Anyone else think there should be more bullet holes here?
Well, they're definitely dead. Any idea what happened?
Well, whoever did this wasn't using a regular weapon. These look like needle wounds.
Helen had a needler, didn't she? Her murderer could have stolen it.
Oh. That's right, the needler wasn't found on her body. We got 2 freaking computers to look. A gun. Unlock the Rizzo Spectrum Gatling case. Weapon requires loaded Spectrum vodka array to be functional. Spectrum vodkas deposited 8 of 8. Did we just unlock this? The Gatlin... Hold on. The Gatlin taunts me from behind its glass cage. The infernal void damn thing refuses to work, and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I wired like this? Why? Whenever I tried to fiddle with the internal sober, I broke parts off, or connections failed to fire, or pieces stuck out of the casing and shorted out the other components. So of course the solution was obvious. Get at least a little plastered prior to the work period. Every work period. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake, and it's so much easier to see where things should fit, or how to bridge certain connections. The problem, of course, is that I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanics alone? Why shouldn't you have to, say, slot every one of every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire in the first time? Holy crap. I didn't think that my collection for the ship was actually going to get us a weapon. I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon's internals or it's some kind of lock, but it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get one of every kind of spectrum, including black. I can only hope the storage warehouse has had a recent shipment of the entire spectrum. All this work will have been for nothing. I have to be the dumbest genius this side of Halcyon. That is kind of amazing. Gimme?
Captain, you just found a Rizzo's product I might actually like.
Dibs. Mega dibs. You give that directly to me.
Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, it's science. The Spectrum Gallon. Stagger. Developed by Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs, this minigun is both inspired and powered by Rizzo Spectrum vodka. I've got to give that to Nyoka. Yeah, her wanting the vodka gun is extremely on brand. Oh, Nyoka. Okay. Well, it's your time to shine. You and your vodka gun. I can't wait to check that out. Okay, that is awesome. That just made my stream. Welcome, Dr. Blossom. View download confirmation. Error file detected was successfully downloaded to external data cartridge. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and finish this little crime scene before we end the stream, guys. Vodka gun! From Ludovitko, Halcyon Helen's lab tour. Apologies for the late notice, but Miss Bellany has requested a tour of the facilities while she's visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen. Please prepare for her arrival in the morning. Well, Leora, you did it again. At long last, you located a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of some musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. I'm much closer to finally getting the Spectrum Gatling to work. And what happened? You got all the way back to the water tower before running into a group of primals already diverting themselves with fruits of the fermented variety. One bad blackout later, and here you are, covered in primal vomit without the Spectrum Black. Get it together. File. Error file deleted. Parasite findings. Test involved the parasite Iridanium, dubbed slugs have produced astounding results. Even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency, the pheromone of the slug produces dopamine more effectively than any on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product impressed for two main reasons. As mentioned above, this product will produce that boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other, but more importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means.
Whatever's on that file was worth murdering these people. Now, I'm doubly intrigued.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. The organic matter that
Oh, that's
comprises
right. We
this
did have
lab
the office,
worker
didn't we?
died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
I'm still going to collect all the vodka. I mean, that hasn't changed. That's a hat that we cannot grab. Light pistol? Was this just some additional loot for us? Sadly looks like it. We need to keep on searching. It said that there was some sort of is that? Oh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Oh, she took the grate. I assume... Then would make for the perfect covert entrance, assuming one knows the HVAC plan and is small enough to fit in the shaft. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what. And we can't climb. That is a shame. So now what do we do? Okay, we got to go talk to Ludovico. We still have some business here in the orchard, guys, but I think our business here in the RR and DD lab is now complete. So someone has Halcyon Helen's Needler. Not exactly sure who. It could be B, whoever that is. But it looked like Helen had a meeting with B, like right before the pivotal moment of her death. So we're going to end it here at the entrance. When we get back, we'll explore the rest of the orchard, see what trouble that we get into, and then the elevator lady? It could be. We haven't really talked to any... The thing is, we haven't even got to talking to any of the co-stars yet. Like, we barely have scratched the surface of this. I think the reason I said she about the elevator thing is just, you know, if Helen has the Needler. But, man, whoever it is very, very fast and very stealthy. So, I don't know. I guess we will have to see. Ooh, I missed a compass. Well, we will go ahead and continue our investigation in the next stream, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Now, if you haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. I try and stream on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays with random times in between. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below, as well as a link to my Extra Life page where I'm raising money for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital via the incredible Extra Life charity. So please check out those links if you feel so inclined. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.